Hello my friends, my name is Forge and welcome once again to another video where today we have ourselves a brand new pre-release for 1.15 and this is pre-release 1. Now I'm actually quite excited for this one because in about 3 weeks, on Tuesday of December 10th, we are going to be getting ourselves 1.15 on not just Java but also Bedrock. And so we're going to go and read what I have within this book and it should explain everything they need to know. So here we go. Buzzy bees, with a delightful bit of alliteration. Someone used that whenever they add bees to their game. Unfortunately, we already promised marketing that we'd call this Minecraft Java Presents Disgusting Bugs. Well, there we have it. We have the Disgusting Bugs update. I mean, you know, bees, they're not really disgusting, but I think they're talking about the other kind of bugs. So I'm only joking, okay? That's not the name of the update, so nobody go to Mojang Store Step and say, why are you giving us an update called Disgusting Bugs? Please, please, we paid good money for good updates, not disgusting ones. What's that? I'm now hearing that marketing have had a change of heart, and that we can confirm in this pre-release that we'll be calling the actual release on December 10th, the Buzzy Bees. Now, I kind of think they should have called this the Busy Bees, because it sounds a lot better, but you know what, who might have judged their name calling? We're just going to go ahead and take a look at what is new within this pre-release, and here we go. Goodbye, book. So long. So for the first change within this pre-release, they made the button highlighting a little bit more distinguishable. So whenever you go and look at them, you can actually notice that it's actually a lot easier to actually notice which button you actually have selected. So whenever you look at like the black border is a lot easier to actually see. And I like that quite a bit. And even whenever you back up, you can even see the buttons a lot easier as well. I like this change a lot. So anyway, they also optimized a few things. The first thing that they optimized was chunk rendering. So the chunk rendering is a lot better. I've actually noticed that the performance for the chunk rendering is so much faster. It's so much better. I mean, look at that. Look how much better the chunk rendering is. It's actually much faster and much quicker. And I like that a lot. Now they also went ahead and changed a few things for explosion optimizations. So let's say I go and grab myself a flint steel very quickly. If I can remember where the flint steel is. I never can remember. But I'm just going to go and come over here where all this TNT is. And of course I'm all the way over here because I do not want to blow up my little area. But if I go ahead and ignite this TNT previously, it would cause a lot of lag. But as you can see, wow, there was actually no lag right there. So that is really good. So if you're going and exploding a bunch of things all at once, then you don't really have to worry about too much lag. Now they also made a few recipe changes to match the Bedrock edition. And so the recipe changes that are part of Bedrock, they are now part of Java, which is really great. So I believe that includes like stairs and slabs and a bunch of other types of recipes. But also resource pack format is now 5. But for the old resource packs, the game will try even harder now to make those work. We have ourselves a brand new recipe for Dark Prismarine. Before this update, ever since 1.8 introduced Prismarine, there's always been ink sacs. So now they actually changed it to black dye, and if you don't know how to get black dye, one of the ways that you can go ahead and do that is get yourself a wither rose, and the other way is to use yourself an ink sac. So we got our ink sac, that becomes our black dye. We get ourselves our wither rose, and that becomes the black dye. And then you go and combine that with the prismarine shards, and then that becomes dark prismarine. They did something with scaffolding. So as you can see, I have scaffolding inside the fuel section. So if I go ahead and place an iron ore, the time it takes before this goes all the way down, it has been increased. And so if you go ahead and take a look at it beforehand, it was a little bit quicker. But as you can see, we got ourselves some iron ore. And by the looks of things, you might be able to smelt them maybe like 2 or 3 iron ore, depending on how much time you actually have left inside of there. And there you go, that's pretty much it for what pre-release 1 for 1.15 has to offer us. And as I mentioned earlier, this update, it is going to be releasing on December 10th of 2019 on a Tuesday. So that's about 3 weeks from now. So go mark your calendars, get ready to find some really awesome bees. And of course, this doesn't just include the Java edition, this also includes the Bedrock edition. So they're going to begin the update on the same day, which is really awesome. But I do want to hear your thoughts down below in the comments about what you think of this. And if you enjoyed this video, then also let me know by leaving a like on it and subscribe so you never miss an upload. And for now, I hope you have a logical day, and I catch you next time. Bye.